This is our 2007 plate Mercedes Sprinter van that we've reconverted into our tiny home on wheels.
Back in 2019, we bought this ex-film crew van and took 2 years converting it to what we thought was our dream camper van.
We spent a few years living and travelling in her full time, but she was in desperate need of a refresh.
We spent about 4 months reconverting the van to the best layout that you can have in a Mercedes Sprinter van.
Let's show you inside. So the whole theme of this van was to make it as light, bright, airy, like a beachy sort of theme, and we wanted this front bit to be completely opened up, and I think we've done exactly that.
Here's why I think it's definitely the best layout for a Sprinter van, and it's all to do with the seating at the front that pulls out into a bed area and a lounge area so we can chill out and watch the projector. So we chose 10cm foam for the L-shaped seating, and this was from Foam Tailor, and all the fabric and the foam is fire rated. This just makes the van feel 10 times bigger. It's really nice just being able to chill here with a nice view out there. And then we've also put a window in over here so we can just chill out and look out the window. So if it's raining, we can have both windows open and just look at the view. But this is the party piece. I don't mean the dog. The dog's not the party piece here. It's all to do with this seating. It pulls out like this, and then this slides out, and it's like a big bed. So you can just chill out here by a beach, relax, admire the view. Best part about this bed system is it's floating. It's on 2 sliders, heavy duty sliders. But what I love is this can be lifted off. This can be lifted off, and the whole bed system lifts in the air like this. So you've got your storage underneath. With the heavy duty sliders, you can put all your weight at the end of it without any problems whatsoever. It's really good when you want to work as well, because we've got this pop-up table here on the end of the kitchen. If we really need to, we can slide that out further, drop the cushions down and sit here and work on this desk. And then we've also got a Lagoon table leg, but the Amazon version, the cheap one, which is amazing. It's just dead versatile. It can be everywhere. It's brilliant. Whoever come up with the idea of a leg like this and it just moves like this, it's just amazing, isn't it?
So Jordan briefly mentioned about the storage that we've got under here. This one also lifts up the exact same as that, and we've got 2 overhead cabinets up here which we just store bits and bobs, and then we've got the overhead storage above the cab area. In the last van we felt like we didn't have room to put like little souvenirs or plants or anything to make it homely, so in this one at the end of the overheads we kept like an open shelf and put a gold bar in, and then we've just got like little electric candles, plants, and we can just put like loads of little homely bits in, which I absolutely love. So over here, like Jordan said, we've got this other piece of worktop with a bit of a charging station on. So we've got the 240 volt plug sockets, USBs, USB-Cs, the Vanguardian alarm system, which we'll show you in a bit, which is amazing, and our lights. Actually, the lights, we've not shown them.
Flick to night mode.
We've also got the spice rack that everyone has from IKEA, and we just put like a bit of a wood stain on it, and we put our little plants here. And this is the best invention because we just hang all our keys on it so we don't lose them. So these windows are from Jackson's Leisure. We will leave a link to everything that we've got in the description of this video, and we absolutely love this window. We had the one in the slide door for a few years, and then we wanted one on this side. So it's got the fly mesh on that side, it's got the drop down blackout blind on that side. Now we always get comments say that we've fitted it upside down with this, but we actually prefer it having the blind that pulls down and the fly mesh that pulls up, but I think you can do it any way you want. And then it's just got the latches on here, and this is what we actually love about this window, is that you can pull it out, so when it's raining it shelters, it doesn't come right in unless it's obviously coming from that side. So like the last van we did, we've put the rope around some of the edges that we could, just to keep with the beachy theme.
So the main light switch is actually on here. It's on a remote, and you can turn it on and off. You can have either 50%, 100%, or you can dim it up and down. We've also got one in the bed as well. So we've chose this time to have spotlights right the way down the middle, just to keep it neat, and I think it looks a little bit better as well. Last time the lights being either side, because we had the shower room on one side and then like the kitchen on the other, it looked like one of the lights was like right next to the shower room and the other light would be
It looked
miles
massively
away.
off-centre, didn't it?
Just didn't look right. So having them straight down the centre was quite nice, and then having the LED lights in the floor and under the countertop makes it look really good.
So in this build, we wanted to keep everything as minimal as possible, hence why we go with Wild. Now, Wild's mission is to replace single-use plastics and aerosols and replace them with reusable, refillable cases. So we've already got the personalised cases for the refillable deodorants. Now, we use these all the time, as you can see, but Wild have just brought out a brand new launch, which is the Chupa Chups flavours.
One's cola, the other one's watermelon, and we've got strawberries and cream. You wind it all the way down, pull the bottom out, slot your new deodorant in, slide that into there, clip it down and turn it off. Give it a good wiping on the armpits and you'll smell fresh as a daisy, or strawberries and cream.
We also have a cherry body wash. It smells unbelievable.
It's super easy to keep in your pocket when on the go. They give you 24-hour protection and natural ingredients.
So if you want to make the switch to Wild like us, have less waste in your van and use reusable products, then use our discount code STEPS20 for some money off, or you can scan the QR code on the screen and click the link down in the description below.
So let's move on to the kitchen area. In this double unit here, we've got our place oven, and we've also got a double gas locker. So we're using the 907 again, just because it was easier to get hold of out in Europe. So it's just super simple. Take your gas bottle in, get a new gas bottle, but we've got a double one this time. And we found that one gas bottle lasted us just over 5-6 weeks. So we'll probably get a good amount of time out of 2 gas bottles. We've got a double burner hob here. Now this is the one that was in the last build. There was no need to take it out because it was absolutely brilliant. It was like £90 off Amazon or something. So it was just perfect. So we thought we'll bang that straight back in. And with a sink, we've got a Vida XL sink that was in the last build, and we've put it back in this build because it looks super nice, and again it works. There's no point in changing it if it works perfectly fine. We've just switched up and got a bit of a better tap. We've also got a pump bottle here that goes into hand soap, and Annalise is obsessed with that hand soap. It smells like aftershave.
It smells so good.
It's unreal. And then we've got our tiles. So these are actually stick-on tiles from Amazon. They look like they've got like a foil back and they're super sticky. So we've gone with those tiles again around the back. Bit of a different colour, bit of a beige colour, so it like kind of in with a theme, if you know what I mean. Got a double plug socket here, and we've trimmed it all, well, we've trimmed all the edge with some timber and some PVC edging. So with a worktop, we absolutely love this worktop in our last build. Now you couldn't get this pre-oiled. It was basically bare wood. It's oak, and you couldn't get pre-oiled. But now they're doing pre-oiled versions of them. So we thought we'll opt with the same worktop as last time. And again, like I mentioned before, you can pop this up, use it as a bit of extra workspace, or you can even sit there with a laptop and edit away. But yeah, we absolutely love this worktop. We've even put a piece here as well. We've got tons of storage, but I'll start over this side. Now, I'm obsessed with Harry Potter. Who isn't? Harry Potter's like the best thing ever. So I got one of these little lanterns, which was cool. And Annalise found me a little electric...
light candle.
Yeah, electric candle, because I'll probably burn the van down. So yeah, we've got an electric candle in there. We've got our gold bar again. Then we've got loads of storage. So they're all on magnets. Listen to this. They're so strong. You have to like pull them quite hard to open them. And they're all soft close as well. So I'm currently using the toilet as a seat because I can sit down and cook my tea whilst having a poo or something.
Jordan.
If I open this drawer, we've got a bin system from IKEA which slides out. So we've got 2 double bins there, one for recycling and one just for like food waste and stuff, which we didn't have in the last build. And we had a bin in the shower room which you had to keep lifting in and out, which is quite annoying. We've also got 2 dimmer switches in there for the under sink here. Oh, under the what's it classed as that overhead?
Under cabinet.
Under cabinet.
Sink.
I don't know. You know what I mean. So yeah, that's dimmer. It's on and off. You can't really see it that much through the day, but on a night it's such a nice glow. And it's also got smoke diffuser in it. We've got a pull-out drawer here with our cutlery and different stuff in there. Another drawer here with all our food and everything in. And then, as I mentioned before, this one has actually got the gas locker, but it's also got Annalise's Ninja. It's got first aid kit, loads of holy energy, water, dog bits. What's even in that?
Shower stuff.
Shower stuff, there we go.
This is all very new, so we're still trying to get used to the van. We've only just moved back in.
So we've been in it one day, so if anyone says I'm not having a shower, I am having a shower.
Just not yet.
Just not yet. So we've got our Montpellier fridge freezer. It runs off 12 volt. This thing is absolutely amazing, using next to no power. It's got a 60 litre fridge and a 26 litre freezer. I was going to say fridge freezer there. So we've opened this up. It's quite big. It's got a good amount of storage in there. We've got fish, we've got ice, and we've got more fish and ice. So that's in that one. And then we've also got in our fridge, plenty of food in there, plenty of storage. We've got our fresh fruit.
I don't think they want to know what's in the freezer and the fridge.
Just go through it all. Again, that was in the last build. We didn't want to get rid of it because it uses next to no power and it stores absolutely everything you can think of. One thing it doesn't have is latches. So we've had to put these gate latches on, which swing like this and open, because in the last build we didn't have that. And every time it was going down a hill and braking, all the food would come out and go all over the van.
And then this is the shower room. So we went with the roll door shower door. This is retractable, self-cleaning, really, really nice. That just pushes back. And it didn't quite look right. It looked a bit basic. So we added the archway in, and this is just my favourite part of the whole van. So for the shower tray, we use the Roma World shower tray. These guys are absolutely amazing. And we've also got the bamboo insert. We've gone for a hygienic panel on the two side walls and then just a normal household shower panel for the back. We've got a separating toilet, which is the Trellino. So we just wanted to add some quirky bits to the van, and how cool is that? So for ventilation in here, we went with the Max Dome, is it called, or Max Fan? This has got a light on it, which is like a bit of a halo light, and you can just press this button and lift it up and then turn that on. So when Jordan does a big fat poo, we can air it out.
You cheeky sod.
And then moving on to the wardrobe area, which is shared but mostly mine. So with this, again, we've put the magnets on so it has that bit of a pull. We've got a full length or nearly full length mirror, if you can see if I get out the way. And then inside here, we've got half of it as a wardrobe, which we share, and then a few shelves under there. And then we've also got the diesel heater. Now the diesel heater and the water heater are both auto term. So we've got the Autoterm 4D diesel heater, and then we've got the Autoterm Combi Boil 9 litre, which are all placed in the back, but they're all boxed in.
So the heater, how it works, it's actually quite cool. You can heat it off 4 different ways. You can heat it from the engine as you drive in, you can heat it from solar, you can heat it from diesel, and you can heat it from obviously them combined if you put them all together. It does heat quite quick, and you get nice hot water no matter where you are.
Also in the wardrobe, we've got a bit of a control panel. So we've got the comfort controller with auto term, so that can control the air heater and the water heater. We've got our Renogy inverter, and we've got the water pump, which we are switching off a lot more than we was. So moving on to the bed area, our favourite thing about the bed area is the fan. Now we got this from Adventure Vanlife, and we do have a lot of discount codes for things on this build, which we'll leave down in the description of the video. So this fan has 3 modes of the speed to it, so we can press it once, twice, 3 times for the max speed, and then it has 4, what would you call that?
It has 4 different modes. So it's got 3 hour, 9 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour, 9 hour and 12 hour. So if you set it to whatever power you want, you can set it to stay on for either 3 hours.
It's like a timer.
6, yeah, it's like a timer, but it's amazing.
If you lift up that, we can move it any direction, and this bit...
It moves down as well.
It's that bit.
Yeah.
This bit moves wherever you want it.
And it also moves side to side as well. See? It's insane, isn't it?
With fans as well, we've also got the Max Fan Deluxe. That pushes it in and out, and you can also just have it so it's like wound up just to let a little bit of air in if you don't want the actual fan on. We've got overhead storage here again. This is for Jordan's clothes, and then we have the 2 side pods. Now the side pods extend the bed so we can actually sleep widthways just to allow more room in the actual van space. One side of the bed is around 6'4", I think, and then the other is maybe about 6'1". One side is slightly thinner because of where the slide door is on the Sprinter van, so it kind of like goes out.
So Annalise has added these voiles here with a little what would you call those? Like a curtain holder type thing?
Like a tie back, I think.
Tie back, that's it. She's added these little boho tie backs, which look really nice. And then she also covered this. So this was originally the bed stopper on the last van, but we covered it with the excess material that we had from the front seats to just keep it like in the same theme. So moving on to the garage space, we've made some nice doors here at the back with 2 little locks on, just in case we want to chill out in the bed with a view so no one can see what's behind and in the garage space. We didn't have this on the last one, so we had to keep tucking in a blanket here and dropping it down so no one could see underneath.
It just looked very messy, didn't it?
Very messy. So we've got our electrical system in here, got our water system in here, we've got our internet in here, we've got our router for the CCTV cameras, we've also got our 2 e-bikes, we've got 2 life jackets, our paddleboard, our chocks, our fishing gear. I mean, you think of anything, this has got it in the back of here. We've got absolutely everything, but it's super handy to have a garage space, and I think it's a must having a fixed bed in a van because you don't want to be making it 24/7 and you want the storage as well. So the electrical system on the roof of the van, we've got about 585 watts of solar, which are eco-worthy panels. They're 195 watt each, and they're absolutely brilliant. Up to now, it seems to be doing really well. It's charging the battery up in no time. The battery currently that we're using is a Fogstar Drift, I think it is.
Yeah.
Fogstar Drift battery. It's 628 amp hour battery. It is next level, honestly next level. It's ridiculous amounts of power for what we need. You know, we're never even getting it lower than 70%, are we?
Nope.
We've also got a 2000 watt Renogy inverter. We've got a 60 amp MPPT charge controller, which is Renogy as well. We've got Sterling Power B2B 40 amp charger from the engine. We recently just upgraded the alternator as well to a 180 amp alternator. All that is connected to like bus bars and breakers and everything else that you can think of. That's basically the electrical system. The main component in the electrical system is down to the battery. The battery is phenomenal. There is a more detailed build of the electrical system in our van build series, so if you haven't watched that, go back, check out those, and you'll be able to see how we put the electrics together and how we built the van. So we didn't actually put the Renogy solar panels up on the roof because our measurements were wrong. They didn't actually fit with our new air vent that we put in the shower room, so we decided to just put the eco-worthy ones up there. Now moving on to the wheels. Everybody knows wheels just set off a van so much. Rogue alloy wheels we've gone for. So they're on a wheel carrier. Now I will leave the link in the description below for the wheel carrier. They are about £100 cheaper than anybody else that I know currently doing them.
So this is our water fill up point. We've got a little key, we can undo that, put a hose pipe in wherever we are, and that fills up our 70 litre fresh water tank. We've also got a 50 litre wastewater tank. On the front of the van, we have a bull bar from eBay. We have not Raptor painted it, Cobra lined it, just to kind of blend in with the rest of the van, but we'll talk about the paint a little bit later. On the front as well, we've got the aux beam, 2 spotlights, and we've got the light bar on top. So we've got our 240 volt hookup point here, and we have a camera system all around the van. Now you might notice that we do have cameras up top. They're the old cameras and they've got paint all over them because we've just been too lazy to take them off, but they do need coming off. But these are the Blink cameras. These are off eBay. They all link up to like one hub, which is in the back. We've got 4 of them, and we've got the mount again from adventurevanlife.com.
Now for security. Now we have 3 different alarms on the van. 2 of them I can't mention for security purposes, but 1 of them I can. So I've chose to mention the Van Guardian alarm system. So these are the little boxes, and they're absolutely amazing. I've not seen anything like this. So you arm it off the key. So if I arm that now,
there we go.
you only need the slightest tap and these things will warn you away from it. So, you know what I mean? Slightest tap and it warns you that this van's alarmed. So someone will probably come to try and get in, notice that it's alarmed and think, oh, actually I'll leave that and go away from it. The only thing is, if they carry on going, what happens is they'll just continue to go off and won't stop until you unlock it. Now, if you're inside and you're sat in the van and you think, oh, I can see someone on the camera as being a bit dodgy outside, you can give them a bit of a warning shock. So they've got a bell and they've also got a little alarm on here as well. So if I want to shock someone, I can do that and someone will be like, oh, hey up, and walk away. But if you're in danger and something's happening, someone's trying to get in your van and all that doesn't happen and you want to sound an alarm, then you can hit this alarm here. That'll sound an alarm so someone will be able to hear it in the area and hopefully come over to you. So I can hit that and it'll just keep going. So what's great about it is you get quite a few of these remotes. So you could have one up in the bed area, one in the front cab, one on your keys, and you also get a little unit here so you can turn it on from in here, lock it while you're going to sleep. And if anyone tries you in the middle of the night, you're going to wake up to that sound and hopefully be alerted that someone is outside your van. So we also have 2 different trackers on the vans. Again, we can't mention them for security reasons and because of the way they work.
For more safety, we have a steering lock, a pedal lock, and all that stuff just for visual, like, deterrence. More visual deterrence that you can have, the more unlikely you're going to get broken into. Obviously, if someone's going to take your van, they're going to take it, but the more deterrence, the better. We do also have this. Now, we've left this open partly as a window, partly as a bit of an escape hatch. So if someone is hanging around the van and we need to get into the front, we can jump over that, get into the front and drive off without exiting the van. So for fire safety as well, I'm going to hold my hands up and say it has not arrived yet, but on Amazon there is a pack which I will leave in the link down to the description, which we have ordered, which we will be picking up from a family member once we get home off this trip. That includes a fire extinguisher, a fire blanket and other little bits and bobs, which is definitely needed in a van.
And if you're anything like me, make sure you got a first aid kit, because I'm constantly cutting my hands to bits. I did that on a cheese grater last night whilst making pasta.
And before I forget, we did miss off the Fiamma 40 roof vent. Just adds a little bit of light into the van and a bit of fresh air.
Now the paint. So for those of you that are new around here, this originally was a white van and we decided to paint it. Obviously that'll all be in our van build series, so if you do want to go back and have a little look at that, you can go and watch that. But this colour was so hard to find. We wanted a beige that didn't have a yellow pigment in it, and it's really hard to find at the moment, because everything you seem to get when you want a sandy colour comes like that yellowy tinge. We just did not want that whatsoever, so we went for, it's like a grey beige colour. We're really happy with how it's turned out, and we also went with a Cobra bed liner on the bottom. Now we had wrapped a liner last and it just cracked and it just didn't hold up very well. So we're going to hope that this holds up. It feels more rubbery. It feels more like a rubber rather than the harder Raptor. So fingers crossed that holds up. I'll give that a go, and if that doesn't, then we'll go for something else. All this paint was from Auto Paint St Helens, and it worked out to do the van and the bottom £202 exactly. Now that's, bear in mind, that's not obviously your sandpaper, compressors, spray guns, any of that type of stuff. Just the bare paint alone was £202 altogether. For those of you in America, that's $268 for the paint. For those of you in Europe, that's about €232. And in Australian dollars, that's $414. So for me, I think that is dirt cheap. I don't know about you guys, but drop it down in the comments if you think that is cheap for paint for a van. Bear in mind, it's a 7 metre long van. It's had 2 coats, the roof, all the van and even the bottom.
So that is it for the van build. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did like it, let us know what your favourite part of the van is down in the comments. And if you are new to the channel and you want to stick around, think about subscribing. It is completely free, you just need a Google account.
And if you don't subscribe, I'm coming for you. Catch us next week where we head out to a different country. Drop some guesses down in the comments where we're going to be, and we love you all. Catch you in a bit.
Hands are trembling right now, right now. Deep blue water sea, afraid of jumping in right now, right now.